Hey guys, we're gonna try to clean a printhead on this HP Photosmart Plus printer. It's a B209a. So none of the colors are really putting out, just a little bit of the color is coming out. So I'm going to print a test and see how that goes. So I'm just gonna print a printer quality test. Quality report, and we'll see which colors it outputs. Okay, here comes the test. We can see some color on it. Okay, here's the test. The only color that I can see is magenta, so the others are not going through for whatever reason. So first thing I'm going to do at this point, I don't think cleaning a printhead from here is a good idea. It's just going to drain more ink, possibly, maybe not, but I'm going to open this. I'm going to take the ink cartridges out and the printhead out as well. So let's take the ink cartridges out. Since it's showing me that there is ink on my print in the cartridges, but some of it is not going through. What I like to do sometimes is just put them upside down and just kind of put some solution in there to the bottom of the ink cartridge. So just like that here, and it just goes in there right away. So we'll do that. That kind of cleans the port. We're going to take the printhead out, just lift this latch here and pull it straight out. There is some ink gunk right there that you may want to clean. Just kind of one of the things. I'm going to unplug a printer right here. I'm going to close this, move it manually, just fold the paper towel like this here and place it over here, right over these rollers, kind of like that. And then we're just going to slide this ink carrier over here, and that prevents us from making marks in the printer on the rod or the timing strip. And then I'll just put some cleaning solution and just wipe that down. So it's just one of the maintenance things, but that's not like printhead cleaning. It's just something that you may want to take care of while you're doing the printhead clean. So we'll pull that out. You can see this is the ink gunk that we removed from there, which is a good thing. And also I would do that again, fold it, put it in here like this, a little bit smaller. Before I put it in there, I'm going to wet it with some window cleaner, or warm water also works on all this. And I'm just going to swipe this area right here to get the ink gunk off the plastic right here, ink residue. And then just make sure you clean this right here. That may cause printhead error sometimes. So this is what our printhead looks like. It seems to be fine, but first thing that I'd like to do is, and we're gonna test it after each thing that we're gonna do. A good thing is just to put it in some warm water, like hot water mixed with window cleaner with some ammonia, and it'll just put about a quarter of an inch of water, so just the bottom sits in the solution. Right now we're just going to put some cleaning solution on the paper towel and tap the printhead. Sometimes honestly it's not the printhead all the time, it's going to be the ink cartridges that are dry. So we're doing two things before our next test, is cleaning here on the bottom of the printhead, and also, like I showed you, we put some solution into the cartridge just to see. If you have cartridges laying around, just put a new one in and see if that changes anything. Just do one at a time and see if that color changes. But So we've cleaned some. Then what we can do is this bar actually removes easy, so you can put it upside down. You just pull it back like that. And what I also would do sometimes is just drip some solution on here like that. You can see that it's covered, and just let it sit there. Maybe dissolve some dried up ink, and I would just let it sit for about a minute and then wipe it down. Maybe do it 1 or 2 times. Okay, after we did this here, we're gonna do a test, see if anything changed. So we'll put the ink cartridge back. And we'll just wait for the printer to tell us to put the ink cartridges in there. So now we're going to install the ink cartridges. When the printer is ready, we're going to shake the cartridges a little bit. Just make sure these are dry, the chips on these cartridges. Put them in there. And we're going to let the printer just do its work, and then we'll print a test and see how that goes. Okay, so on the second test, some cyan ink came through, but others still are not coming through. So let me see which ones. The black should be pretty full, and I don't see any black on the paper. So I'm going to manually clean it at this point. I'm going to take the print head out again, and I'm going to put it in some solution for a little bit, and then clean it with warm water. So for that, I would just remove. Sometimes you would need to remove, usually maybe not, but just for the water to flow directly over it, this removes. And I'll just put it in solution and let it sit for about 30 minutes. But right now I'm just gonna get to, so you kind of need to cover it like this here. So just the bottom is covered. If you get it all wet, it's no big deal, honestly. Just make sure you dry it before you put it in there, and this area needs to be dry fully when you put it in there. But you can already see that the ink that was stuck in here, you can see some ink gunk right there. If you keep it in the solution for a little bit, it'll just wash it off. So that's one thing. Then I'm going to turn on some warm water and just kind of clean it like this here. The ink dripping from it, or it shows that it still has cleaning room on it. So just keep on doing that. Hold it for just to get the ink gunk stuck between the print heads there. Don't use too much force on the water because it may damage over here. So just clean that. I do have a hose attachment that I use, but it's not always necessary. This hose I got in the aquarium section of the of Walmart, and there's two tubes, and this is the smaller one. It's pretty long, so it can last you for a while. It actually fits the tip of a syringe if you need to use a little bit. Just like I have right here. I would use that to feed the solution into here, and it just fits right over the nozzle. So you can also try that, and just feed the solution through. Here, I'll show you how that looks. So I would just feed the solution into the syringe and then just put it over one of the colors, and you can see we know that we already partially cleaned it because we did a test and the blue came through. And when you push it through, you can see the ink. This is the yellow ink, and it's coming through. The yellow ink actually didn't come out on the test. Then you can do another color, and then you can also feed just water to flush it out. So here we go. I want to make sure you can see that. Go, there's, see if I can show you close up. So that cleans it too, and then we can always use water to flush it. You can do the same thing with the syringe, so you don't have to get the whole setup of what I have here, because the syringe works just fine. This one also, you can make the hose on the syringe a little bit smaller and just feed the black ink through by placing it on here, even though the nozzle, the port here is a little bit bigger. But here, I'll show you what we have with the colors. And after a while, you'll see that the ink is not there anymore. There's going to be water coming through. Also, do not apply much force on the colors on the nozzle here. So I just put it here. Looks like our black ink is still clogged up. A trick that you can do on the big one is you can remove this gasket right here. Make sure you do not lose it, and get one of the smaller ones from one of the colors. You can pull it out with either a small screwdriver or some thin stick. Sometimes the finger works, like here. And then you're just gonna put this one over here, and then when you use the syringe, you can just put it in here like that. Especially when it's shorter. Like I have here, it's a little bit shorter tip. So I'll just put it in here. It's a little bit easier to control, and just feed. That helps you keep the water flow or the solution flow into this nozzle here. So just work on that, and that should help. We're gonna do a test after we clean this. Okay, so we were able to clean it, get all the colors to go through. So make sure you, if you did what I did here, make sure you put all gaskets back, or these rubber things. This is for the black color. Just goes right over. Without them, the ink will not go through. It'll just it's just not going to feed through to here. So because that sits tight with the ink cartridges. So after you've done that, dry it. I sometimes air dry it, but right now I'm just going to make sure it's clean here and dry. Just see. And it should work. Just basically showing you that, you know, it's built to be around moisture. But if there's ink here or any water, it'll give you an error. So we put the printer. This doesn't play much of a role. It's just basically a guide, but it's best that you put it back in there. So let's put the print head back in, and we're going to use the same ink that we used. So it's asking for the ink cartridges. As soon as that comes over there, we'll put the ink cartridges in there. Okay, we got the ink in there. Let's just wait for the printer to start. And we'll do a test again. See how those colors, they should all go through. The only reason at this point, if some of them will not, it will we'll just change the ink cartridge. But let's see here. It's telling us that there's a new print head. So we'll just hit OK. I'm not sure why it's saying the new print head. It's the same exact print head that I used on the on this printer. So if you did the same thing and it tells you that there's a new print head, it gave me the message that there is the used cartridges may not complete the startup work. Just go ahead and do it. It'll go through for about 5 minutes, just set everything up, do an alignment page, and we'll see on the alignment hopefully how that cleaning went for us. So after a few minutes, this alignment page prints, and I don't like the black on it, so I'm gonna change the black ink cartridge, even though the printer shows that it's full. Okay, here comes the report. Since we put some water into the inks or the cleaning solution into the cartridge, you can see how it's a little bit faded, but that'll go away. Cyan is pretty good. Magenta needs to be replaced soon, but you can see at the beginning right here that it's actually the full nozzle is working. So right here you can see that this just indicates that the ink is pretty low, and that proves our point right here. The black is there. The yellows and magenta are pretty low. And let's go back to that alignment. Let's do the alignment page so we can finish the alignment. So our report is looking very good. So if you have that means your ink is pretty low. So just change it out. But if you look here, we have 100% nozzle that's clean and ready to go. Let's do that alignment real quick. So this is what our first alignment looked like, and now this one is coming through. You can see the difference already. There you go. So that's definitely a difference right here. This is the one that it's supposed to be. This is the first one that we got. So we're just going to put the alignment page down over here and align the printer. So now we got the alignment successful, so we're all ready to go, and our print head is now clean. So thank you guys for watching. This is for many HP printers that use 564 ink or 920 ink. So that's in the United States. Those are the numbers. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video helped you with the cleaning of your print head on your printer. And please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and have a wonderful day. Thanks.